Yo, what is up gamers, it's Sebastian, come to a brand new video. Now yesterday Spright came out in Master Duel and I love the deck. The deck is so fun to play, it's the best deck to play in Master Duel. Like, no other deck in the game right now comes anywhere close to this how good Spright Runic is. However, some people may like having the battle phase, and I will admit, I do miss being able to attack my opponent with big monsters, big beaters. So, how do we fix that? Well, we have to cut the winning cards, play Pure Spright, but this Pure Spright is boring. I'm being honest. Pure Spright, not optimal and not funny. But you know what is funny? Going second Spright, I can't say the next word because I'll get demonetized, but you get the picture. But let me show you. This is Spright. So, basically it's Pure Spright, except you go second, you break the board, and you just... But if you are made to go first, or if you aren't able to one-shot your opponent, you do have ways to make a board that is still quite strong. You still get to do the Pure Spright boards, it's just you're playing one card in the main deck that you wouldn't normally. But let's go into the card by card. We're going to play Swap Fork Ronin. If you don't know why you play this without Totally Awesome, basically, this send Ronin, it just turns into 3 bodies. If you open B for a swap, because an issue with Swap Fork is that it's a normal summon, and if you play like an actual normal summon, then it can conflict. But if you open like these two, this is a water, so you can pitch it. But yeah, so swap, send Ronin, and you can play like that. I'm not playing Amuards because if you have to do swap Ronin for Amuards, that line is just not really... You're probably not winning that game. So I'm not going to waste an extra deck slot for Amuards. I will play the Nimble Beaver. This is better than Diva because you can summon from the grave. Diva being a tuner doesn't matter because Hulk Firebash unfortunately is banned. I know I would love to play Hulk Spright. I think that deck was so much fun. It's why I played Punk Spright Euros and it was sick. But yeah, you can't play Hulk, so Diva's not worth playing. So Beaver also 200 more attack, kind of relevant, and it's better than the Secret Beast engine because it's a water, so you can discard it for swap. And then we play 3 Spright Blue, 3 Spright Jet, 1 Red, 1 Carrot, and then this is called Pixies. If you're playing Pure Spright, you should be on this. You might be thinking, oh, it's just honest, but it's another special summon, right? So it's an extender still, and also when you go first, your board has a lot of monsters that's easy to just beat over. So if your opponent can just go normal summon, battle phase, beat over elf, force out some interactions really early, and that can put you in a bad position. So having Pixies is really nice because it can protect you from that. It's a way to protect your board. And actually it's very hard to out this Spright board when you can't actually just attack over things easily. So Pixies is nice in that regard. Also, attacking over things can be hard. People are playing stuff like Arrival Cyberse, Alpha Match. Those cards lose to Pixies. Alpha Match, you have to attack with the monster you normal summon because Alpha Match gains on monsters that special summon. But yeah, this normal summon, Pixies boost the normal summon the monster, and you can get over Alpha Match. You can also get over Arrival Cyberse like that. So it's relevant in like so many games, so it is 100% worth playing it. You don't play in Spright Runic because you never go battle phase really, and the protecting your board isn't. It's the fact that you can use it offensively and defensively that makes it worth it in Pure Spright. But then we have 3 Ash. This is partly for Match C, but Match C doesn't matter too much. And you'll notice I don't play Match C in this, and that's because when you're playing a lot of board breakers, having Match C isn't actually that valuable because your Match C isn't getting into anything. But the Ash is still nice because it hits so many things. It hits starter, it can hit Match C obviously. And yeah, I think Ash is worth playing. I mean, you can cut the Ash for like input, you can cut the Ash for a board breaker, like whatever you choose. I just think Ash might be worth playing for now, but I'm not too sure on Ash. Because hand traps aren't good into Spright. That's another thing, right? Hand traps aren't good into Spright. So so having hand traps isn't really that good. Having Mat C isn't really that good because having hand traps isn't that good. So Ash is cuttable if you don't want to play Ash. But we play 3 Dark Hole, 2 Raigeki, Mind Control. I mean, yeah, you could play like 2 more Mind Control, right, instead of Ashes, maybe. This card is so broken. I hate that this is legal. I hate that this is legal now. This card is actually ridiculous. I've been wanting this card to be banned since 2019, and the fact that it's at 3 in Master Duel is insane. But these are just all cards that break the board, break the Spright board easily. So is Econ. We don't play evenly match because I want to OTK my opponent. But if you're playing like pure Spright normally, then you might argue to play evenly match as well. But yeah, since this is the skin, so we played this a bunch of board breakers that we can activate in main phase 1. Enemy controller is really nice because it can dodge like, firstly it dodges like spot removal, which is very important because a lot of people will try to beat Spright with the spot removing the level 2. So this can dodge that. There's also dodges like imperm, etc. And also just like taking the opponent's monsters really broken as well. Then we have Cosmic. Oh, this can also be used, like you can set it and it's a quick effect, by the way, so that's another reason why I like it. We have like 2 cards. We have 2 Called by the Grave. You can hit what they target with Elf. That isn't normally amazing, but you can also hit this like, sometimes Ash matters on your starter, so hitting that is nice. And then it hits Scythe, which is kind of a concern. I don't know how many people are caught on yet, but if you play Life Train Spright, Scythe is really easy to set up. So if people catch on that, having Called by is nice. We play like the 2 starter, the Smashers. We also played the Size for consistency. I'm not playing Prosperity. I don't like Prosperity in Spright anyways, but in this version of the deck it's even worse because you're trying to one-shot. And then we play Gamma Burst. Now this is the only card that's different to like standard pure Spright list, because everything else in this list you'd probably play normally. Right, but Gamma Burst is different because all it does is increase every monster that has a 2, whether level 2, rank 2 or link 2, it boosts all of their attack by 1400. And then during your main phase you can also banish it from your grave and target a monster you control that's a 2 and make it gain 1400, but that's not really relevant. The important aspect is you can make all your monsters gain 1400 attack, which is really ridiculous. Really easy, as you can imagine, it's really easy to OTK, and actually all you need is 2 level 2s. 2 level 2s is full OTK, by the way. But yeah, so this is really cool. It's really funny, and it is gimmicky. I will be honest, it's jank, it's not optimal, but it's fun. And if you're just looking for something fun to play, then I would recommend Gamma Burst. If you're looking for optimal, then obviously you play Runic Spright, but yeah, but if you play Gamma Burst, 2 level 2s is just easy OTK. And then for the extra deck, we have Gym Buster, Sky Cav, Mannequin Cat. This is basically Gigantic 2, and sometimes it's good to be able to use Gigantic effect without locking yourself to 2s. In case that you want to make a Zeus play, right? So Mannequin Cat comes out, it's just a 2k attack, it's big. We have Onibamari Soul Sweeper, this card's sick, it's just removal. 2 Gigantic Spright, 1 Zeus, 1 Cerberus, 1 Phoenix, 1 IP, 1 Dark, 3 Elf, and 1 Unicorn. And that's it for the extra deck, and now let's get into some games. And so here we have the first game. We're going to open Double Blue, Pixies, Dark Hole, and Enemy Controller. If you play Duel Links, you know how broken Enemy Controller is. So there's a famous Spright where when people see Gigantic Spright hit the board and they don't have an out to it, they do tend to just scoop. So I don't have too many replays of me just OTKing, so you know. Ooh, Meta Threat Sharks, like... Yeah, okay, beating this deck might not be that much of an accomplishment, but actually I don't OTK this, right, so it can show you like this sort of grind game, because you can grind really easily, but look, this hand would beat Spright. Like, if I'm playing against like Spright, this hand would win. So it doesn't matter in the level not the opponent's on Sharks or whatever. So here, I think I could have played this a bit better, but I forgot White Howling is a card. So here I play Swap Frog, deliberately knowing that Because the Kraken Spore can only pop water monsters, and it doesn't change monsters to water. So I summon Swapford deliberately to do that, and then I can econ it because then I send Ronin banish, whatever. I have like the 2s, right? But he has Right Howling, which stops the OTK. So I go on first early so I can be over it, and then I make Elf, and then I bring back Blue, make IP. I forgot Gigantic stops the Kraken spawn from summoning Kraken back. But Kraken only pops in the main phase, so even if he could bring back Kraken, it doesn't matter. Like, we just beat over the other monster. But anyways, he sets a card, we go end of phase, and look, we've won the game here. From here, it's just as easy as going for an OTK. I play around pretty much anything he could have. And so here we go, the Gigantic, 3-2, we go Elf, bring back Blue, we have Red, we have Carrot. And there's like nothing that stops OTK here, we attack, so it's like in case it's a 2k defender, because that would suck. And yeah, that's it for the first game. And now here we have the second game, and our hand is looking a bit weaker. We have enemy control, we have 2 block decides, we have Beaver, we have Pitsy, so we're like good enough, but having only 1 board breaker can kind of suck, but you'll see what happens here. We're playing against pure twins, I'm pretty sure. I don't see a single Spright card. So I don't know whether or not they just play bad. I don't know if they just don't have Spright. I think that's the case, like this is probably just pure twins. But we play around this quite well, I'd say. We start with Desires. Just to see if we can draw into more breakers, because I do want to hit that back row, but we can also on Beaver Day Match C, we change Starter. That's another reason why Match C is kind of weak. The Starter is a quick play, if you just open it, you can chain it to Match C, and that's one less draw that they get. They drop it here, pitch monster, so I chain Econ, oh, look at Econ coming in clutch. And I take the leader, and then I'm able to add Coward. It doesn't, I've banished Red off the size, otherwise, obviously I'd add Red there. But it doesn't matter, we go Gigantic here, this is the 4th summon. So Gigantic is 4th summon, and I'm okay to play into Match C, because there's no hand trap here that stops the OTK. And the fact that like Jet resolves, like he doesn't hand trap Jet, like there's nothing here that stops the OTK. And Gigantic says, special summon 1 level 2 monster from your deck, also neither player can special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except 2s. If the opponent draw into Nib of Match C, it doesn't matter. They can't activate Nib because they wouldn't be able to summon it. So Gigantic is able to turn off Nib. That's fine. Nibiru isn't really that good because if they go Gigantic early, you get punished so hard if you play Nib. So that's why like Nibiru is not good. So this hand trap's not good in general. So here I can play into the Match C because there's nothing that stops the OTK, and you can see here, right, and I can play as badly as I want. I meant to make Elf here first. If we want to be optimal, I should have made Elf here first, but like, it doesn't matter. So here we go attack. We Gamma Burst. You notice Gamma Burst does say all monsters, so it does boost the opponent's monsters as well. But Pitseas is able to make my Gigantic 7k, and yeah, we just attack, right? Look at this, all my monsters are like 2k. But yeah, that's the second game, and now I want to show you how to do the OTK, and it is really just as simple as any 2 level 2s. This is in Shadow Mode. I don't know if the Monarch has anything real, but we're just going to literally, if we open Beaver, we open Swapford, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to play this out without using the blue in our hand. We're just going to pretend we don't have blue in hand, and we'll just play how we would normally. Right, so we go summon out 2 level 2s, and then we go into Gigantic. Obviously we'd use our board breakers if there was a board. But here we just go to Gigantic with these 2. And then from here we activate Gigantic effect. That summoning animation is so sick, by the way. But from here we activate Gigantic effect. We're gonna use Gigantic, we're gonna pitch. This is better to pitch, but it doesn't matter. Then here we summon blue. It's important that you summon an attack. Summon blue, blue effect, you add Jet. And then you special summon Jet. boom, right here, and here you're going to search for Gamma Burst. And then you just go battle phase, attack, damage calc, activate Gamma Burst, everything gains 1400 attack, and at 3k 2527, that is 8k damage. So literally any 2 level 2 is OTK. It is that simple, and yes, it's gimmicky, it's jank, but it's funny and it's easy. And all you need to do is just have your pure Spright deck plus 1 normal card. It's easy, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna do going first like Spright runic combo video soon. I just need to gather not replays, but like I just need to grind solo mode to get the right hand. I wish there was like an easier way to do like combo videos, but it is what it is. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Combo video out soon, and I'll see you gamers later. Goodbye.